More than 30 years ago, the Retina Foundation of the Southwest was established to prevent vision loss and to restore sight. Looking back, it was a very bold move. Our original goal was to provide a place in Dallas for patients with retinal disease, genetic eye disease, to be followed. Most of these patients at the time were going to Johns Hopkins or to the East Coast, and we had top ophthalmologists in Dallas. We just didn't have a research facility where novel approaches could be pursued.
I study macular degeneration because I also have a very strong personal interest in this disease. I have family members, I have friends, I have relatives that have been affected by this disease. And I see how it affects them on a personal level, the challenges they have to live in our community that's very vision oriented. And for these reasons, I'm driven to find a treatment, an effective treatment for macular degeneration.
When I asked Dr. Shockey recently, when he see me, I asked him, well, do you have any more tools in your toolbox to help me out to slow this macular down? This is his response. He said, you know what? There are really no more tools in my toolbox for the dry macular that you have, so I'll just have to invent one for you. And that alone showed who he was and why I will always want to give to this foundation.
In 2015, we received a $2.5 million grant from the W.W. Caruth Jr. Foundation, which helped us establish the Clinical Center of Innovation for age-related macular degeneration through a new partnership with the SMU Lyle School of Engineering. The center will advance our research, creating a new novel approach to medical research that prototypes treatments tailored to patient needs. This collaboration allows scientists, engineers, and ophthalmologists to work together, bringing together innovative ideas to develop better solutions for treating macular degeneration.
80% of every dollar goes for the research and the testing, and all the patients at the Retina Foundation are treated for free.
Perhaps the most exciting two areas right now when it comes to preventing or even reversing visual loss are the gene therapy approach and the stem cell approach. The gene therapy approach typically involves going after the specific defect that causes the blindness in a patient. So once we know the mutation causing the disease, we can put a good copy of the gene into the eye and make up for the missing protein. The stem cell approach is slightly different. What we're doing with stem cells is putting cells into the retina, which can either replace the cells that are damaged or can provide support for sick cells. So we either attempt to replace the lost vision or we try to prevent vision loss.
In 2012, we were fortunate to be named a beneficiary of the Crystal Charity Ball, and this allowed us to build our new Pediatric Vision Evaluation Center, and it also allowed us to update our research equipment and expand our programs. And one of the most important programs that we were able to expand is our amblyopia research program. And amblyopia, or lazy eye, is the most common form of visual impairment that affects children. There are 1 or 2 children in every classroom in America that are affected by this condition. And it's a treatable condition if it's caught early, but if it's not caught early and treated, then it becomes a permanent visual impairment. And it affects not only vision, but it also can slow their reading, it can affect their fine motor skills, and because of this, it can also affect their academic achievement and their self-perception.
We're just very thankful that our pediatrician had told us about the Retina Foundation, because if it wouldn't have been for coming here and doing these screenings, we might not have known. And if the amblyopia goes undiagnosed, then it can be unable to correct it later. So finding it in preschool and being able to make this connection and using the patches and everything that the Retina Foundation helped us get started on has really made a difference in our vision.
I've been at the Retina Foundation of the Southwest for more than 30 years. We've had many successes. I'm very grateful for all the generous foundations, individuals, and corporations that support our research.
I spent a lot of time talking to patients and discussing our research, discussing their situation. Sometimes at the end of the day, I try to put myself in their place and wonder how I would deal with the visual loss that they are experiencing. And that is the most motivating thing imaginable. To be in a position like I'm in, to actually be able to do trials with novel approaches to prevent blindness is just a hugely rewarding experience.
I'm very excited about the future of the foundation and its ability to advance our treatments in 3 different areas. One is pediatric vision, the ability of children to develop normal visual function, treatment for retinitis pigmentosa, and treatment for both the wet and dry forms of age-related macular degeneration.
And I believe that Dr. Chalky and all the doctors at the Retina Foundation of the Southwest, their research will come up with cures and with treatments that will help many generations to come.
Thank you.